Hi, how are you?
I'm good. You look gorgeous.
So do you. Are you in your office?
I am.
Oh my God, and those are I love your poster collection. By the way, I never missed an episode of Buffy the Vampire Slayer, which probably had a lot to do with career.
I've never missed an episode. I'm actually doing a rewatch.
Spinoff Angel. Did you watch the
Yeah,
spinoff?
yeah. Oh, yeah. I've watched the spinoff, and I've never missed an episode of the Vampire Diaries. I did a complete series rewatch. I think a year ago, last year sometime. So I'm. This is an honor to talk to you today.
Thank you. A girl that knows her thrillers. From
Kat, congratulations on this movie. This was like a little tropical island getaway for me. I honestly wanted to get your thoughts on just like filming in Guam, what it was like to film on location, because this was highlighting a story that I really didn't know too much about. And I loved the production design that went along with it. So just talk about your experience in filming in Guam and how long you filmed there.
Well, we filmed there for about 5, 6 weeks. I had the best time. I love being warm. Guam has been a run for my money because they're like, oh, you like hot? Watch this. It was very hot. It was so hot. It was the hottest I've ever been anywhere.
Oh
Um,
my God.
you're so close to the water. It's like, just dip in the water. It was literally paradise shooting there. We had the best time. Well, in terms of the set design, we just really it's Anderson Air Force Base. It was real. The planes were real. The A lot of the people in the movie actually worked in the on the base. So, you can't fake it. It was really, really fun. And yeah, we were on a live Air Force base. In the real place where the actual drop happened. So what an honor for them to actually trust that we were going to not mess up.
Yeah, that's something I love. I love the authenticity of it, and I love the message of the film that of how being in service to somebody is life changing, and your character kind of like discovers that along the way. I'm curious, was there a particular story from any member of the military in Guam that particularly, stuck with you in regards to Operation Christmas Job? Because I know that there was a lot of real life people. There were some real life people in the movie, but you just said that you worked with them. So was there any particular story that they shared with you?
Yeah, I mean, two things. There were kids that were the sons and daughters of the people that actually worked on the base, and they were part of the scene in terms of the sorting, and they actually do that on, every year for the drop. So actually seeing children take part in that um totally melted my heart. One person who I stayed talking their ear off was Brother Bruce, and he is somebody who is the real Santa Claus. I wouldn't be surprised if he was Santa Claus. He is pretty phenomenal, and he lives like a very humble life. And I think he's like solely like solar paneled in his home and uses whatever little money or donations he has and pours it into Operation Christmas Drop. And he would tell me stories in between takes where I'd be drying my eyes trying to get it together. And he's somebody who is one of the biggest inspirations for me as somebody who really does spend a lot of time in the humanitarian space. I really I admire him. That to me is one of the greatest people that I have ever met, for sure.
I was reading a lot about him yesterday, and I appreciate your thoughts about him. Well, like we said earlier, we were talking about vampires. I'm a huge fan. I'm a huge fan of Vampire Diaries, and I've never gotten a chance to interview you before. Bonnie, was one of the most iconic fan favorite characters of all time. And I'm honestly just curious for you as an actress, when you play a particularly strong female character like that for 8 years that the fans loved for all of that time, is there a particular piece of Bonnie that sticks with you today as Kat, as a person, something that you kind of took with her after playing her for all those years?
I definitely feel that way. I mean, one way of that I work, and a lot of actors maybe don't talk about their process or who they work with, but I've been working for over 10 years with Ivana Chubbuck, and we would take things that were happening to me in my life. I mean, obviously with respect to the storyline and the writer tones and things like that. So, if I dealt with a heartbreak or a death or anything like that, we made it Bonnie's truth, and we made it my truth. So, you know, I don't necessarily remember all the storylines, but I remember, oh, okay, that's when I lost this person, or, you know, that's when my mom got sick, or that's when, you know, I I was no longer engaged, or, you know, I remember that through what I used for the character. So absolutely. And the character didn't necessarily start out like all powerful. In fact, she was a bit meek. And in a lot of ways, I was that way about my character, about, you know, myself and my life, and not feeling necessarily like worthy, or feeling kind of the odd man out, or, you know, being the only Black person in the cast, and just kind of the things that come with that. And then throughout my time, I started to really find my voice and find my power in my life. And it was really through Yvonne and the work that I did there with the show that brought me to who I was at season 8, which is hopefully more powerful and more self-aware, and more selective and more honest and open. You know, and I hope that I've taken that with me. I've definitely taken the fans with me. I'm like, okay, this is where we're going next. And I talk to them every week still. And a lot of them know me from the show, but, you know, some of them don't. Some of them know me from music. Some of them know me from, you know, the Netflix stuff or whatever it is. But I always, you know, I do feel like I take them with me on this journey, even more so than the character. They're with me
Well,
all the time, all the way.
Well, Kat, I appreciate that well-rounded answer. I can't wait to share that with your fans and the Vampire Diaries fans. Thank you so much for this movie. I had so much fun with it. Thank you for your time today. You look stunning.
You do too. And thank you for all of your support, and for, you know, the time that you spent watching the show, because that's really time you can't get back. And if anything or any inspiration or anything
You are so not, I'm happy to watch your show.
from that show, I am supremely grateful. I really am.
Thank you, Kat. Have a good one.
Thank you.
Bye.